see a couple of these men talking about me still about the YB's clip. Here we go. The way he raised his eyebrows, too funny, bro. Sip the tea. Jalan Mug's looking empty though.
What are you doing there?
I don't think there's anything in that mug, you know. Wallah, I think that mug's empty. Chat. Wallah, I think that mug's empty, chat. Am I bugging, bro?
What are you doing there?
I don't know, man. I thought that mug's looking empty to me, chat.
Like, honestly, the music game has become the streets. You get that? I don't know, it might be common sense to a lot of people, but for me, the music game was never supposed to be the streets.
I feel like it always has been, bro. I feel like the line between, especially rap anyway, the line between rap / hip hop and the streets has always been very thin. It's always been a very, very thin line, bro. Like the streets have always like, come on, like even in America, like flipping Tupac Biggie days, like 50 Cent days, like come on, act, bro. Like the streets and the rap game's always been hand in hand, bro. Like even in the UK, it's always been like that from the beginning of time, like.
It was supposed to be influenced by the streets because so many artists are from the streets, and that's cool. We're all about progression, giving opportunity to people that may not have had another way out. Think about how many people have made it out through music.
Facts, though.
Do you know what I mean? These same people would have had to find other avenues. These same people were struggling maybe once upon a time to provide. Do you know what I mean? So we never wanted it to be a case of, oh, don't let the streets in. No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the streets are the streets. The music game is the music game, which has now become the street game. And it's sad, like, through my experiences growing up and stuff and seeing my peoples, how they grew up and stuff, estate life and so on and so forth, it was kind of inevitable that if you grew up on an estate, there was going to be a large number of you lot congregating. Do you know what I mean? Football, run-outs, you know how it goes. All the above, pound up. Do you know what I mean? Now, the crazy thing is at some point, everybody was cool.
Facts.
Like, follow me on this story. Everybody was cool. Fast forward, you get to a stage where some people start falling out.
Oh,
And
bullshit.
that's normal.
Normal stuff.
And you can still be neutral if you know both parties.
Facts.
Don't have to pick a side.
Facts.
Then sometimes things happen where it's pick a side time. Could be down to your morals or your principles as a person.
But then again, I don't think it's ever pick a side time. I feel like it kind of depends on who you are, innit? Because I feel like no matter how far gone the beef is, yeah, it's like there's always certain people that can get away with like being neutral or being calm both sides. But it depends how you carry yourself. Depends on how you play, innit? Because if you're actively trying to be overly cool with both sides at the same time simultaneously, then you're robbing yourself out. If you're trying to link both sides and deal with both sides and like, you know what I'm trying to say, trying to be cool with both sides, then you're robbing yourself out. But if you just kind of like leave everyone to do what they're doing and just keep yourself to yourself, then you ain't got to pick a side in that aspect. You only got to pick a side if you're actually like I don't know, like trying to still be bare cool with both sides and trying to link man from both sides and this and that.
You might not agree with what one of your peoples has done to maybe one of your other people, so you might side with the person and say, no, you know what, I'm sticking with you, but that was wrong of what he done.
I hear that though. I do hear that.
You know? So then naturally what you start doing is you start picking your side. You know what I mean? Now you got your side. You've chose your side. And that's cool. That's where a lot of the street problems stem from, because then now you've picked your side. The guy that was once upon a time all of your lot's friends, he's got his side now. Then what happens? We all know. And I'm not here to cover street stuff like that, but use your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Now in the streets, it's not cool, but it's understandable. People pick sides, people go to war. Things happen, innit?
Happens.
Everybody probably wishes they could stop what's going on, but sometimes things happen,
It's too far gone.
and you just can't change the narrative. Now, in the music game, a game of, it must be $1 billion pound industry, no? $1 million industry, £1 million industry, £1 billion, £1 billion, whatever you want to call it, industry, right? You would think these people that are in play would conduct themselves a lot better than to be not manipulated, but kind of like siding with the artists that they pick relating to street activities. What are we doing there? Since when was that cool? That was never cool. Like, me speaking for myself, if I was in a situation, and it might be easier said than done, but I can be honest with you and say that if I was in a situation musically with a deal and someone I didn't get on with was to maybe be signed to the same company, and maybe the director or the person, my manager, whoever it is, was to ask me, oh, we're about to sign this person, I might honestly tell them how I feel, but that's just how I feel. I might tell them, yeah, we don't really get on, so just make sure we're not in the same vicinity, whatever you have to do, but yeah, cool. Do what you're doing now. You want to sign him, fine. I don't think everybody's doing that, and furthermore, I know everyone's not doing that.
I hear what you're saying, but like you said, it's easier said than done, bro. Because and also it comes down to like your relationship with whether it's your A&R, your distro, your label, your manager. Cause like, bro, like I said, like it's all different. Depend. Let's say like your manager. If your manager came to you and said they're about to manage another artist that you don't get along with, that's very different to your label saying they want to sign an artist that you don't get along with. That's two different circumstances. You get me? Like I feel like your manager managing someone that you don't fuck with is very, very different because your relationship with your manager is always going to be a lot more personal than your relationship with your A&R, relationship with your label, with your distro. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with a label signing two artists don't fuck with each other because it's a label. You get me? Like, but whereas a manager managing two artists don't get along with each other, that's a very big conflict of interest in my personal opinion, and that's just because of the relationship, an artist manager relationship. From what I've seen firsthand, anyway, it's different to like an artist label. Most artists don't even like their labels. Most artists hate their labels, bro. You get me? But managers kind of like, managers is a very personal relationship. Not always, and sometimes it shouldn't always be personal because it is business at the end of the day. But it's very different in my opinion, chat. What do you lot think, no, chat?
No, I don't sign that. I don't rock with that. So that's the employer being told by the employee what to do. What are we doing here? Everybody wants to talk about changing people's lives, giving people opportunities. But then we're picking sides like it's the streets. I'll give you an example. You got YB, Central C's manager.
I said his name wrong. YB's G.
Allegedly, he's told Billy the GOAT, it's clear to see what side you're on. Now, I'm not saying I disagree with what YB said to Billy the GOAT, but
what, so chat is clearly trying to say these things I picked aside.
I disagree with what YB said to Billy the GOAT, but it just puts everything into perspective of what I'm saying with the narrative of picking sides. This is Billy the GOAT, bro. A streamer, a Twitcher.
That's a Twitcher. That's a new one.
You know? He's carving out his lane.
Man,
doing what he's doing best. Well done to him.
Appreciate that, mate.
And you got YB, Central C's manager, telling him, clear to see what side you're on. What is that even supposed to mean, bro? To me, what that means is he's endorsing people that you, man, don't like. And you're not happy with that. And in your eyes, he's not supposed to do that. Why is he not supposed to do that, bro? He's neutral.
Facts.
Let him do what he wants to do, bro. Why are we always trying to make it a pick sides thing? This is the music game. But this is what I'm saying about the music game. People try to control it like it's the streets. Employees are telling employers who to employ. I heard Tiny Boo say it was Scraps that got in the deal with Colin, and that's cool. Salute. Big up Scraps. Major move. But you see the narrative. People are telling these people in position who to sign. So then what are you man doing there? If it's your job to find the talent, but you're relying on your employee to tell you what to do, then what we doing there? Why
That's the quote of the year, by the way. But hear what I'm saying though, chat. Someone said it's Bello paying for your bills. How can they ever tell you not to endorse something? Nah, but I feel like boom. See, I seen a few people speak, yeah, on the YB situation. You know what it is? I feel like it got blown out of proportion. Wallahi, at the end. And this is what I didn't want to happen, chat. This is why I didn't even want to speak on it, because I knew the blogs would take it out of context, bro. People, I even seen a couple of blog pages try to say that YB's confronted me or he pressured me. Like, bro, that is not what happened. And first thing first, I want to clear up is that I've actually spoke to YB's recently. He reached out to me. You get me? We were speaking. We spoke things out, and everything's calming with me and him. In you get me? And truth be told, there was never anything there. Like, all that happened there is boom. Like, it's basically what I said in the clip, bro. It's just people just saw that clip, yeah, and just took it out of context. And obviously, he did say to me, it's clear to see what side you're on. And he did kind of like, the conversation did kind of phase out after that comment. But he kind of, when he reached out to me recently in the DM, yeah, he kind of just broke down to me like, it's only because of like the environment we were in, it was hard to have the conversation he wanted to have with me because of like, bare people were drunk, like bare people in his ear, like chatting shit. Like there's a lot going on in it. So like he's saying the conversation he wanted to have with me is not a conversation that, like, it's not like it was hard for him to have that convo because the environment was in it. But basically what he was trying to say to me, yeah, is when he said the clarity what side you're on, like he was essentially saying it's not about you being cool with certain people. It's more about like you, when he feels like when you react to Sench, or when I've spoke on Sench in the past on different platforms or on my platform, he feels like I've not been impartial. It feels like I've always had like, it comes, he's saying from their perspective, they feel like I've had some sort of agenda against Sench, innit? Like when I've spoken, when I've reacted to him, innit? And I've just said to him that, bro, that's just kind of capping it. Like, I'm not gonna act stupid and see like act like you're making things out of thin air. Like, I get why you lot might think like that, because obviously you're on his side, so you're gonna see things a certain way. But it's like, bro, man, don't. Why would I have an agenda against Sense, bro? And don't get twisted, bro. I know I've reacted to certain things in the past, and I've had strong opinions, but that's not an agenda thing, though. That's just like if I react to something I don't rate something, I'm just gonna say I don't rate it, innit? You feel me? That's me personally. And like I said, remember, I've been on this internet thing since I was young, innit? Like, I don't even like using age as an excuse, innit? But I pretty much jumped on the internet when I was like 17, 18. So it's like when I was younger, I might have done certain things for a reaction. Like if I didn't rate a song, I would like make like a bigger deal out of it. Like, you know, I was clip farming, bro. I used to clip farm. I used to say things for engagement and that. Not that I didn't mean, but like I was over exaggerating. You feel me? But this whole thing of like me having an agenda against Central, like me yeah, me having an agenda against Central, just capping it. Like, why would I have an agenda? I got no reason to. I don't even know the guy, bro. Like, I'm not even from London. Like, why would I ever have an agenda against any of these guys? I don't make any sense, bro. You get me? So that's basically what I said to YB's, in it. And he was basically saying that, yeah, like, it never really came across like that, though. It came across kind of like he had something against him, innit? And that's the conversation he wanted to have with me that he wasn't able to have with me, innit? And I was like, nah, man ain't got nothing against him. And after that, we just kind of blessed it. And he was just like, yeah, when I'm back in London, just link up and, yeah, whatever. Literally, bro. I've seen you saying Sench never made a banger better than Abracadabra. That's probably like 3 years ago, though. That's probably like 3-4 years ago. It was so big, you were over weeping. I remember your Sense reaction back in the day. You was moving fair. Yeah, obviously, don't, like I said, man's reacted to bare of Sense's music over the years, innit? And obviously, I've not always had the nicest thing to say, but it's like, gee, like, what? I don't get it. Like. But it's also better. One thing I don't like, yeah, is there's also bad times where I reacted to Sense and I've said good things about him, though. There's bad times where that's happened, chat. So my thing, yeah, is I just don't like, and there's bad times where I've even like what's the word? There's bad times where I've even like defended certain conversations. Like, bro, like when I've done the flipping When I was on Discord with Trap Ross and Criminal the other day, bro, it's like someone said, "How can you like everything about a person?" I lie. You get me, bro? I was defending this. I've defended this bare times, bro. You get me? So it's like, gee, like, you get me? Like, it's not my job to defend anyone. It's not my job to hate anyone. Man, just say what I think. Can you feel me? I just say what I think, chat. And it's happened before, like where like I've booked an artist manager at an industry thing at the mobiles, and they've said to man, "Oh yeah, I've seen that reaction," and that man didn't like it. And my response to him was like, "Bro, like, so what about the reactions where I've said good things?" And he had nothing to say. And it's like, bro, that's what a lot of these people do. Like, they just focus on like the 1, 2 things you said that might be negative. But it's like, bro, man's impartial. Man ain't got nothing against no one. But I just say what I think, bro. You get me? Is it lit because of your groundnut sling? That's all it is. I don't know. Obviously, that's what I'm saying. Like, YBs was saying to me, it's got nothing to do with that. Innit? It's not really because of that. He was basically saying it's just because of the things you've said online. Innit? You get me? So man's got to take his word for it. And like I said, everything like is like, me and YB spoke it out. We spoke it out still, and it's all calm. And even though it was already calm before, but it's definitely calm now, innit? So there's nothing really else for me to say in it. You get me? But my thing was, bro, I just didn't like the way the blog spun the narrative, bro. Like I see man on Twitter talking about why he's confronted him, or like they tried to make it seem like my man pressured me or G checked me, like bro. And I'm not even gonna say that I'm too anyone to get G checked. Obviously anyone can get G checked, but it's like bro, like that's just not what happened, innit? Like, that's just not what happened. Like, that's not what happened still. So yeah, that's that for that anyway. That's that for that anyway.